Hello everyone, welcome back to Slay the Spire. So, hopefully this one won't take... Well, actually I'm not going to say that. If it takes less than 2 hours, it probably means we died early. But, hopefully this won't be as ridiculous. So last time we spent a lot of time on the defect. Why don't we go ahead and play as the Silent for a little bit. We're only on Ascension 7, I guess, so normal enemies are tougher. We really need to get our ascensions going up. Exordium. Hello. Alright, so before we choose our bonus, let's just talk about the Silent. So, the Silent is a bit different from the Defect. The Defect was all about getting orbs up and channeling them, and they had strong powers that helped the orbs get more powerful. And you had different types of orbs for different tasks. They had a lot of cards emphasizing energy management, like aggregate, the plasma orbs, all that sort of thing, and being able to burn energy fast. So, the Silent, by contrast, is much more focused on mitigation, and she has cards that are based more around card manipulation, so draw more cards, discard cards, retain cards to the next hand, that sort of thing. And her relic kind of supports that, so she starts combat with additional cards. She has a lot more cheap cards, like 0 or only a 1-cost cards that are good. Very kind of skill focused. Her powers tend to focus on building up defense, dexterity, which gives her more block, or debuffing enemies, or doing things per card. She benefits a lot more from relics, like anything that's based on playing a certain number of attacks or skills or cards in general, that sort of thing. Which means if we don't get one of those, it can go pretty bad. Some of them, one of the more unique capacities she has, synergies she has, are based around poison or Shiv-based decks also do well, based on having lots of little attack cards that are very cheap, that you get in large numbers. Anyway, just looking at the deck to start out, we have 5 strikes, we have 5 defends. The unique cards are Survivor, get a bit more block, but you have to discard a card, and Neutralize, which is 0, and applies Weak. That's another part of her mitigation package. She is all about applying Weak on the enemies. So, let's take a look at the map. So we're looking for late elite fights. We have a super elite right there, right after a rest spot. That's tempting. We also have another elite here on both rest spots on both sides. That's more tempting, so that's probably what I'll go for. We'll get the super elite in Act 2, perhaps. In the first half of the act, no obvious places to get double rests. Like if we take any of these 3 paths, we'll get that rest too. So I think we're going to be left focused. Kind of doesn't matter which of the 2 we take. This path would give us 2 elite fights, everything else only gives us 1. It doesn't mean we would go in without having a rest, which is a little worrisome. This is probably the safe path, like this. We get a campfire, we get only 3 fights before an elite fight. We could go this way and get a shop, so that makes this perhaps a bit more interesting. But if the shop isn't good, then we kind of waste it. Let's try that. We'll go this path, up like that, and we'll see what relic we get, or we'll see what we get in the shop. Alright, so both attacking. Now, we could defend and block all of it. 15, so 14 attacks coming in. We could neutralize and reduce their incoming damage by a quarter, which means we could perhaps take a small hit. We could kill this one, and then take a large hit from you. Or could we? Actually, that probably would be best. Let's take a medium hit just to get this guy out of the way. So we'll kill you, and then we'll Survivor, and we won't even take any damage. We'll just take a debuff. And it's just a slime that we probably won't even see. 12 hits, so we're gonna get hit for at least 2 here. You're not attacking, but we don't have good defense. We don't have good attack cards. We are weakened. There's the thing I said we wouldn't get, but whatever, you're dead. Cutting Potion. Add 3 shiv pluses to your hand. Potentially good on the Gremlin Knob fight. Crippling Crowd is really good. Crippling Cloud. Applies poison and weak to all enemies. But it is a skill, so if... I don't know. Probably works out. I'm gonna take that because it'll be good for a long time. Let's Be Kind shop. What do we got? So we have a meal ticket. That's some recovery. That would also be some recovery we can't afford. X costs are pretty awesome, but unfortunately we're not gonna take that. We could buy some plated armor. Not an amazing shop. Flechette is pretty awesome. It's tempting. Do I want this after image? I don't know. It's only a 1 block. I mean, it upgrades to being able to play it early. I might want to do this just for the healing potential. Or I might just want to get rid of a card and take a potion. So we can get rid of one of our strikes. And then do I want a Flechette? And then one of these? Just the 12 block perhaps? Alright, we'll see what we can do with that. So we immediately get Crippling Cloud. Do we want to play it this turn? Probably. It'll make you weak next time. We kind of have good things to put our energy into, unfortunately. Yeah. So you're already weak. We get nothing to put our energy into this time. But you got poison. The way poison works is that the number that you have of poison damage on it will deal its amount and then reduce it by 1. So if I put 5 on you and then 5 on you again, you'll have 10 damage per turn, and then next turn it'll be 9, and then next turn 8, and so on. So Flechette would deal 8 damage right now. That's not that great. I kind of want to block that 7, definitely. Let's see. I guess we might as well play our Flechette. It's just... this will be where this is the only damage we really have to put on you. And then just throw our energy away. So he's getting strength real fast. We want to knock him out. I think we can waste one more turn just defending, because we can't kill him this time. But next time we have to go all out. Or take damage. He's hitting us for 18. And we can't kill him. Just... we'll take 3. I'm not gonna take that 22. We're gonna kill you. Alright, Blade Dance is a couple shivs. Shivs are 4 damage for 0 cost. It's not terrible. This is some block that gives you 1 shiv. So it's basically a block card that deals a bit of extra damage. I kind of don't like any of these. Skip for now. Not till we get past Grim the Knob. I don't want to add more skills to our deck. So, obtain a relic, but become cursed with regret, which could actually hurt us really bad. And we don't have a shop around this act, so I don't want to carry that curse around all this time. Let's just raise our max HP. Okay, crippling. And we're still going to take a hit, but oh well. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have crippled there. I'm too quick to play that. If nothing else, we can maintain that weak on him for 1 more turn. This turn, I should say. 1 strike won't even get through, so. Flechette deals 4 damage. That card is not paying for itself. Bouncing Flask, source of poison. But Adrenaline is pretty awesome. I think I'm going to take that just for, I don't know, Bouncing Flask is pretty awesome, but I'm going to take Adrenaline for now. So we could upgrade that to give us 2 energy. Or we could upgrade our Neutralize to get weak on them longer. 7 poison from that, which makes that much more tempting. I think I'm going to go with the Adrenaline Plus. Here's Grim the Knob. So, we're going to get weak on him. We have 4 skills in our hand, so this is actually decent damage. We'll at least have him weak for like the entire fight after this. So just as a reminder, he gets stronger every time we play a skill. And we have a really good skill to play, so we probably are going to. Well, what would we draw? We would draw 2 strikes. Is it worth drawing? We're gonna have... See, here's the problem. We're gonna play the 2 strikes and be back to 3 energy. And then have 1 more energy to play on a strike. And then nothing. We don't want to play these because we'll take more damage. And this will make them take more damage too. I'm not going to play the Adrenaline. That's a shame. Might want to play one of our potions. Let's go with our first block potion. Okay, so now what do we have in our hand? Something potentially better. Because now we can burn our energy. I'm an Adrenaline. That was not a good draw. Oh well. Flechette does 3 damage, or does 12. That's decent. And the Shiv pluses, let's see, each of them would do 7, I think? Or is it 5? So we could kill them this turn, But he's only hitting me for 7. I think we'll just take the hit. But we can't take this next hit. We're going to need to kill him this turn, which means we're going to need to use our potion. Too bad. If we'd drawn one more strike, it could have been done. 6 damage. Bottle of Lightning. That's nice. Let's see what card we get. So we get a backflip, an all-out attack, or a concentrate. So if we bottle the concentrate, our first turn we're getting more cards than usual because of our Ring of the Snake. So that's potentially a good skill to bottle. That or Adrenaline. I mean, Adrenaline is pretty damn good. I'm thinking Adrenaline is the better bottle. So if we're not going to bottle the concentrate, do I really want it? I might just want a backflip instead, which is not that great a block card. This would be our first AoE attack. I'm going to take it just for the AoE. I don't like the discard at random, but what can you do? A dead adventurer's pants have been stolen. Also, the armor and face have been scoured by flames. So we have a chance of fighting the 3 group. We found a smiling mask. Interesting. I can continue to search and find more? I don't mind fighting the elite. Just for... oh well. Just because the elites will give me a bunch of gold. So these guys always alternate. The one in the middle attacks, then the 2 on the outside attack. So we want to kill one of the ones on the outside. This one has fewer health, so that's our primary target. I am going to... well, I might want a strength potion just to get through the fight. But let's Adrenaline first and see what we draw. We get a Crippling Cloud, which will try to poison and fail, and will weak instead. Because the artifact will eat up the poison. Our Flechettes now has 4 skills. I am going to Strength. Now it hits for a huge amount. So let's knock that one down a bit. And 2 strikes will kill this one. But then we're taking a bunch of damage. That's crippling. Get weak. So that's 7 now. We can block that. And now we can get you down to 1 strike from being killed. And hopefully we'll draw a strike next turn. We're going to have at least this one. We might get an all-out attack. Either way, this one will die. Okay, so we're gonna discard a card after this at random. Let's it should be a defend. So let's play a strike on you. We'll play one, and it kind of doesn't matter. Just go ahead, play it, and then we'll play one of our defense. We'll take a hit, but it's not a big hit. Alright. So I can't kill you this turn. What they do on the off turns, by the way, is they put these dazed in your deck. So they're just useless card. They clutter up our deck. So we weren't able to spend all our energy that time. But it's okay. Once you kill the first dude, you're pretty much done. So that will kill this one. And then that will not kill this. Well, it will. It won't kill it, but do I want to waste the energy? Probably not. So kill this one, and then we'll just defend twice. Not a bad elite fight. We still can't kill it, but that's okay. And we get our strength potion back. Alright. Poison stab, that's our first source of poison, right? No, we have crippling cloud. Forgot about that. Dodge and roll is pretty awesome. I would love that too. Like, I want both of these. I think dodge and roll is probably more important. A molten egg. Whenever you add an attack into your deck, upgrade it. I will definitely take that. I kind of wish we'd gotten that last time, before we just picked up those attacks. So we missed on all out attack, I guess, and flechettes. Okay, so we could go up for the super, but I'm not feeling it. We're gonna go up and get these 2 resting spots and this fight. So we can upgrade neutralize so that the weak lasts longer, or make this block more. That seems pretty weak. Like, this is pretty cool. A bit more poison, because an extra 3 poison damage isn't just 3 extra damage. It's 3, then 2, then 1. So, and that's to all enemies. So this is 4 total. This is 6 total, if you can poison. But no, I'm gonna go for the extra weak. Well, crippling cloud. Okay, Lagavulin. So if we draw our flechettes here, that would be the ideal. Given the start, I'm definitely inclined just to go right ahead rather than wait a couple turns, because we don't have any powers or anything. And yeah, what would we get that would be good? We want survivor and dodge and roll to be on our next turn. And that's the 2 we're gonna draw, I'm sure. Yeah, let's see what we get. We got a couple strikes. Perfect. Okay. Should we strength? Like, what do we have left in the fight? I kind of want to save a strength for the boss. But this would give us potentially another upgrade, depending on how well it goes. I'm going to strength. Okay. So, crippling. Let's neutralize. Strike. Strike. All out attack. Alright, so we got both of these. That's the one I was looking for, but not a lot of attack damage. We got our flechettes with 3 skills in hand. That's decent. 15 attack coming in. We've got 4 already. I think we can get away with playing this strike, just to try to end the fight a little faster. And next turn he'll die. Poison's got him already. In hindsight, I probably could have played that defend. We got a bag of marbles. Apply 1 vulnerable. A dagger throw, draw a card, discard a card, and another chance to get after image. So we've added a block card, an AoE card, an attack card, and a utility card. It would not be terrible to add another just straight out attack and some card manipulation. Sure. Dagger Throw is not a terrible card. Enemies drop more gold. That was very good last run. Sure. So we can become cursed. We could take some damage or lose some max HP. I don't really want to take the damage right now. Let's become cursed. It's not a bad curse. It's not a curse that like makes you weaker. It just messes with your card draw. Alright, this time let's get that neutralize up. Okay. So you've got vulnerable on you from our bag of marbles. So we should make this a pretty large attack. So let's see how much damage we could do. That's 15. This is 9. So 9 and 9. 18, 23, 33. We can kill you. Perfect. Okay. Endless Agony is interesting. It's another zero-cost card. Whenever you draw this card, you get a copy of it. So you're kind of incentivized to draw it, and then you have 2, and then not play them. And then they come around again, and you get 2 more. And you have 4 in your deck then. But, no. I think it's time to go for more poison damage. I mean, we've kind of added a lot of just deal some straight-out damage. We need some scaling, and poison is how we scale. Can I dare... Like, we're going in with 37 health. We could rest and get up more, or smith. I'm gonna risk it on a smith. Let's go for some more poison damage. That might have killed the run. So this is the same guy we just fought last time. Let's see. So draw a card, discard a card. Let's see what that gives us. Gave us a strike. We don't need a survivor. That's not going to help. So we have 4 energy, and we might want a bouncing flask or strike a bunch, or potentially dodge and roll. Dodge and roll would give us some dodge for next turn, where we might actually use it. But I think we're likely to get at least 1 defend. Like, we could get these 5 cards on our next hand, but it would be rare. You expect at least 1 of these to show up. And he's going to be in defensive form, so he only hits for like 10. And we could always just use a colorless. So yeah, bouncing flask. That gets him 12 poisoned. And then we'll just hit him a couple times. And there you go. He's all in a ball. I'm tempted to see what colorless card we get. Except for I want to do it in a turn where if it gives us block, it's worth doing. Okay, so Flechettes would be really bad here because he's gonna be doing us 1 damage or 3 damage every time we play it, every time we strike at him. Well, is it every time we strike at him, or is it every time we play an attack? I would have thought this would hit us 3 times, but maybe not. Anyway, let's see what our colorless is. Apoptosis, upgrade all your cards for the rest of combat. Panic button, gain a bunch of block, but you can't get block for another couple turns. Enlightenment, reduce the cost of all cards in your hand to 1. So clearly Apoptosis is the better one. It's not even that good a card, but when it's free, I'll take it. So the issue here is, do we use a defend to block his sharp hide, or do we just flechette for more damage? We certainly want to weaken him. Let's play a defend. So now we hit him twice. We're not getting a lot of benefit out of our flechettes. So we're gonna hit him once for 6 damage. And that will bring us back down to 10, and then he'll hit us for 7, and we'll be fine. Too bad. Okay, he's about to pop up. We can get some more poison on him, and we could get him weak, but then we won't have any defense at all against this. So we can really only do one or the other. This would be 7 poison damage and 2 weak. This would be 12 poison. I'm gonna go for more poison. And then we'll just defend and block most of that attack. Alright, he's about to hit me for 20. We'll get rid of our injury. Yeah, I probably should have flechette first. Oh well. Better just to strike. So he's got poison on him, so he's definitely going to go into defensive form after this. We kind of have some energy to waste. So we'll dodge and roll just so we start out with some block next turn. Like, this won't do anything, and this won't do anything. Alright, I'll dodge and roll again. I like dodge and roll, it's a nice card. It gets you block on your next turn, so it's like saves you energy next time. Let's dagger throw, see what card we draw. What could we draw? We could draw almost anything. We're gonna draw our bouncing flask, and I'm gonna regret it. Yep. Oh well. We can't energy afford it. If we do this, we're gonna take a damage, but that's okay. Alright, flechettes would deal 2. So he's gonna take 18 damage this time. We just need to not die, and then I don't think he'll be able to play this. So flechette. Or, no, he will be able to play that, because we're not going to be able to deal another 9 damage. Or, we need to deal 11 damage. So, he'll pop up. Let's, get some defense up. But now he's dead, so I don't even need to attack. I can just end turn. Alright. So unload, deal a bunch of damage for 1 energy, but discards all your non-attack cards. It's a lot of damage for 1 energy. Envenom, whenever an attack deals unblocked damage, apply 1 poison. Very slow. Only 1 poison, and the first turn you play it, you might be able to play 1 attack, or maybe 2. Like, it kind of works with our flechette, because each stab will apply a poison, but I'm not feeling it. And obtain a random potion I don't like. Because it doesn't really, well, it's not terrible, but I'm going to go with the unload. Which is not that great either. Velvet Choker, gain an extra energy every turn, but you cannot play more than 6 cards. I don't think we're playing that many more than 6 cards. I think we're mostly playing 3. And we might be able to play 4 or 5 now. We don't have that many of those 0-cost cards that I was talking about. Like, our first turn is the time when we might actually run into that limit. This would do the same, but only during boss and elite combat. And then this is bad. I'm going to go with Choker. Having an extra energy is just so useful. Okay. We didn't quite get a full heal, but oh well. So, I really want to target the Super Elite, because I find the Act 3 Elites are hard. Like a super giant head would not be fun to deal with. Unless our deck gets a lot stronger than it is right now. So I'm very tempted to go on this path. We could visit the shop on the way. After it, we could either go up this way and visit another shop and get this rest, or fight 2 elite fights. Let's see after this how our deck looks. So this will mean we have to do 4 regular fights before we get to him if we go to that shop, which I think we should. We could remove another card cheaply. All right. So we have 5 more cards we can play. We have 6 energy. We're certainly going to want to play a Bouncing Flask. Now we have 4 more cards we can play. We kind of need more expensive cards. Should I try drawing a flechette or something? We gotta defend. Useless. Okay, he's gonna hit for 14. How are we gonna deal with that? We can dodge and roll in Survivor. That would give us 12. And still have 1 more card to play. Like the Neutralize would make him hit for less. So let's do that. Now he's only hitting for 10. I'm still inclined to play both of these. So, Survivor. And then 4 block or 1 more strike. Okay. He's hitting for 9 and he's going to buff himself. So we could either play both of these and then unload, which honestly wouldn't be that great because he's got a lot of armor. So one of these strikes is going to have to... It's basically a strike. It's going to deal 6 damage. I think instead we'll deal 2 defends and then a crippling. Maybe we didn't need that second defend. We could have played a strike. Oh well. Or could have played our... whatever it was. Flechette is again not very helpful in this turn. I think we can go for the kill. So this would deal 10 damage. He's already taking 17. So he'll be at 16. We need to deal 16 damage to him. He's got 12 blocks, so we need to deal 28 damage to him. We can deal 6 plus 6. It's 12 plus 10. That's 22. So I lost count of what I was saying. I think we can't kill him, actually. I think that means we're too low. That's a shame. I'll certainly die next time, though. We're just gonna take a hit of 4. And you're dead. Fire potion, always useful. Sneaky strike. If you have discarded a card this turn, gain some energy. Or quick slash, deal some damage, and draw a card. With the Velvet Choker, I'm kind of not feeling it. No, we'll just skip both of those. All of those. Alright, so it's the bird fight. Let's adrenaline, see what we get. We got a crippling cloud. Perfect! Like, that's gonna trivialize this fight. And then we'll bouncing flask, get some more poison out there. So this guy's dealing 0 damage right now because his to me 6 times because he doesn't have the because he's weak. I would have loved if we'd gotten one of our AoE attack, our only AoE attack, all out attack, but we did not. We got our AoE mitigation instead. There's really nothing to do but strike once and then unload. Is there anybody I want to do it to? So you have the least amount of poison, and you're going to be buffed next time. Okay, so you're dead. You're dead. Now we just have to worry about you. You're going to hit me for 6 damage. All-out attack will trivialize that pretty well. Neutralize. So you're hitting me for 6 damage still. Let's dagger throw, see what we get. And then all-out attack will make you fall. And you're dead anyway. It's just a waste of time. Get some thorns. That would have been perfect for this fight. Oh well. I don't want any of those. So we're heading for the shop. Alright. Adrenaline. We got a very attack-heavy deck. We only got 2 skills in that full draw. They're not attacking us, though, so we just have an opportunity to do some damage. I would have liked a stronger Flechette. Like, I don't think we've had a good Flechette the entire run. It's disappointing. We can draw, see if we get anything interesting. We got a neutralize? That's great. So we have 4 more cards to play. That's not that great. We're probably going to need to play it just to take advantage of the week, but we're going to end up with 2 energy. Potentially. And our last card. There we go. So the way this fight works, I don't know if I explained before. Healer dude heals people and buffs them. This guy attacks and guards the healer. So you focus down this dude and then you can kill the healer pretty easily. We got a bunch of poison damage. Again, they're not attacking, so they're kind of just leaving themselves open to be smacked around. Usually they should, try to make me have to deal with their incoming attacks. Okay, so now this guy's attacking, but we can kill him, I'm pretty sure. So let's just verify. So he's at 30, he's going to take 12, so that puts him at 18, so even our unload itself can kill him. And then our, well, that was kind of a bit of a waste. I should have just all out attacked and then put that on him. But whatever. It's not a big deal. He healed it all up anyway. So you're attacking for 12. I don't think we can kill you this turn. So let's just see what we draw. We drew a dodge and roll. We're gonna take a hit. Oh well. Actually, that was lazy of me. I should have just played that dodge. We didn't need to take this hit. There, you're dead. Okay, Predator. Deal 20 damage. Next turn, draw 2 additional cards. With the Velvet Choker, well, it would give us more options. That's kind of the virtue of it. I'm inclined, perhaps, to get the dodge and roll? Just to get some more block in our hands? Unupgraded? I mean, we don't have that many dodge cards. Of the cards we've added, only this one has dodge on it. Sure, let's get another dodge and roll. Noxious Fumes. And a Piercing Wail. That's definitely going to be what we're going to go for. Frozen Egg. That would make our Noxious Fumes hit harder. Orange Pellets are pretty awesome. That would mean that when we play our Noxious... Well, it would kind of help later on. It would mean that if we got like a Wraith form, we could get rid of the losing dexterity over time. But that Frozen Egg... Like, we don't play a lot of powers, but we do have some. Let me just see if we can add this up. So 240, 249... 310. We'd be able to buy all 3 of these. We wouldn't be able to remove, though, which is unfortunate. Too bad. Okay. So the Noxious Fumes just applies 3 poison to all enemies. Every turn. So let's get that up. Sure. I kind of want to do a bunch of attacks this turn. Because he's going to debuff me. He's going to put a negative effect on me. But he's got Vulnerable, and he won't have Vulnerable from now on. Because we don't have a good way of putting it on there. The Crippling Cloud is the thing I'm wondering if I should bother with. I'm thinking no. We'll save it for the next run through our deck. So, unload. And then we don't even have enough energy to play it. I should have played our Crippling. Why did I not do it? I didn't even think about whether we'd have enough energy. Well, let's see if we can draw something interesting. No, we drew a defend. That we can't even play, because... Oh well. I make egregious mistakes at times. So now we are weakened and frail. And you're about to hit me for a huge amount. I might just want a fire potion. Here, get this on you. So, you're going to be at 16 after this. So a fire potion would kill you. Or we could gain 6 block and you'd hit us for 12. More shivs. More ships. Actually, I'm gonna get a dagger spray just for some more AoE. I feel like we don't have good AoE, and it's already upgraded. So, of course, they're all upgraded because we have molten egg. And we said we're gonna go for the super elite, so let's go this way. I'm tempted to try to upgrade some of our block cards. Like, where's our block powers? We're supposed to be getting dexterity. I need a footwork or two. Let's go for a piercing whale plus. Okay. So it's a book of stabbing, and because he's super, he also has a metallicize. So he'll be getting a bunch of armor every turn that we have to work our way through. So this would actually be not a terrible flechette. And then we can Noxious. Now we have 3 more cards and 4 more energy. This would be our high damage. So, Survivor, Dodge and Roll, Dagger Spray? We'll still take a hit, but what can you do? I might have wanted to... No, we actually, this cutting potion is really bad with the Velvet Choker. Didn't think about that. We got our Piercing Whale, so that's going to trivialize this turn. Will we have other good things to do? Not really. But at least we'll be able to avoid taking a lot of damage. So he now does 3 damage, or 3 times 0 damage to me. And just play everything else. Okay, Bouncing Flask is the obvious choice, and then the couple defends. We're gonna take a hit. Okay, he's got quite a big hit coming in. I might have wanted a Thorns much earlier in the fight. Let's Crippling. Let's Dagger Throw and see what we get. Well, no, I mean, might as well Dagger Throw. We got an all-out attack. We're going to be taking 20 damage, 16 because we block a bit. This would probably make it so that we can kill you next turn. This might make us also be able to kill you next turn. It's just a bit more risky. I'm going to all out. Just because I don't know what I'm going to draw because it just recycled. I probably would have been safe. Oh well. Yeah. Pen Nib. Every 10th attack you play deals double damage. Masterful Stab is decent. Cost additional energy every time you lose HP, so it's good at the start of a fight. An upgraded Dodge and Roll or an upgraded Backstab. Backstab will always start innate. It deals 15 damage and then goes away. So, do I want some front-loaded damage? I kind of feel like our first turn, we're running into Velvet Choker anyway. So I think I'd rather have Dodge and Roll for better sustained block, which is making me feel very sad. But I'm going to take it. That's nice. Our bag of marbles gets rid of a charge of the what's it called? The artifact. Alright. So we're not going to Piercing Wail because they're not attacking. Crippling would do nothing to you, unfortunately, because you have 2 artifact charges. Let's draw a card. We got a Bouncing Flask. You know, I like that because then we can actually get some poison on you. So we can Crippling Cloud. Well, if the Bouncing Flask gets rid of both charges, then this would deal 7 on this guy. But if this would guarantee getting rid of both charges. So I have 4 more cards to play. I can't play the Unload. Well, I can't play the Unload before the Bouncing Flask. And I can't kill you. Yeah, I can't kill you before to guarantee the poison lands here. I really want the poison to land here. Like, kind of the disaster would be if we Crippling Cloud and then Bouncing Flask and all of it lands here. Then this guy's going to not take any damage, he won't have poison on him, and he won't have artifact charges anymore, but he won't be weak. I don't really care about getting the weak on him. I want the poison. Let's Bouncing Flask and see where it falls. Perfect! That's exactly what I wanted. Now I'm going to be able to get him up to 10, and he'll die next turn. That was so ideal! And then we can just unload on you, and you're dead this turn. Oh wait, no, I forgot. We have to do 1 more poison damage to him. Oh! So he's gonna hit... Well, we can just dodge for 1 turn. There. Now he dies. Another Noxious Fumes? Sure. Alright, now do we want to go left or right? Right would be 2 elites. Left would be a shop. We don't have a lot of money. I think I'm going to go left. And get this shop and this, that elite. Vajra, starting with 1 strength. We're going to need to go for the key eventually, but I'm going to take the Vajra over that. Interesting. So, vampires. We could remove our 4 strikes and get 5 bites. Now, they would all be bites plus, which I think is worth doing. But we'll lose all that max HP. But each of our strikes now, our upgraded bites, will heal for 3 HP whenever I play them. I'm definitely taking it, but that's making me sad, because now our max HP, our HP is not happy. Like, I'm kind of worried I might be setting myself up to die to that elite. I'm gonna rest. I know it's I shouldn't need to, and if I had another couple fights in between where I could just spend some time blocking and biting, then I would not worry about it, but I don't. Alright, here's a catalyst. There's also a glass knife I can't afford, and a well-laid plans I would love to have, and another adrenaline I would love to have, and we don't have enough money for anything. There's also a bag of preparation, which I would love to have. Good shop. Unfortunately, we can't afford like anything good in it. I'm definitely taking the catalyst. I think we need that to work. That's how we're gonna scale to actually be able to fight bosses. Okay. There wasn't anything we could buy after that, right? Yeah, no. It's too bad we haven't been able to take advantage of our smiling mask at all. Okay. So, gremlins. So now we have these bites. Deals 9 damage and heals 3 HP. We have 5 more cards we can play. We're going to end up over energy again. I kind of wonder if bottling that was a bad choice. Like, I kind of do it just for the extra, what am I saying? The extra card choice in the beginning. But we never can play all the energy. Bottling just something that gave me draw 3 cards would work just as well. Okay, we're going to kill both of these, hopefully. So we don't need to worry about the incoming attack damage. Dodge and roll would not be bad for next time. Noxious fumes would help us start dealing damage to the boss. So let's go ahead and get that out. So a single bite will kill this dude. And unload would kill that one. Let's dagger throw on the boss and see what we get. We got a survivor, which is useless to us. Two more attacks. Our pen nib is at 6. It's worth keeping that in mind because we're gonna, when it gets to 10, when it gets to 9, the next attack hits really hard. And do I want to weak you or do I want to deal some more damage to you? I think I can probably get away with dealing more damage to you because you're probably going to want to summon more ads next turn. You might get aggressive and hit me for like 45 or something, but oh well. We'll see. Nope, he's summoning more ads. Perfect. I really wish I got this next turn. We could bite for a lot of damage. I think I'm going to wait and see what we can do next turn. I'd love to be able to kill his 2 ads again. And the pen nib will help. Hopefully. Yeah, we can use that on a dagger spray. That's just going to trivialize it. There you go. Don't need a piercing wail. Don't really need a crippling cloud. Bit of a wasted turn. Okay, now he's going to hit me really hard, and this is where I wish I had that piercing. I should have used the crippling, because that would get more poison on him. Yeah, we're taking quite a hit here, but there's nothing we can do about it. Ouch. If we'd gotten this a few turns ago, it would have been so much nicer. Doesn't matter. You're dead. Oh, I had a bite, didn't I? I should have bit. Oh well. Another bouncing flask. Or a leg sweep, which would apply more weak. I think I want to get our poison going faster, so sure. I could have gotten the crippling also. That would have been fine either way. Transform a card. So we could just try transforming one of our defends into something good. Became an accuracy. For all our Shiv damage, we're never playing. I should keep in mind I do have this Shiv potion. We just never have a good opportunity for it. And for the boss, I think we better rest. Okay. The collector. We got our catalyst really early. I really wish I had a chance to upgrade that, but I did not. That's adrenaline. Our flechette's gonna do decent damage here, so we should get it out. Like, we don't even have any shivs except for these. I'm gonna save our catalyst till later. See if we get some poison stacks up on him. Which might be a mistake. But it seems so weak to just bring him from 12 to 24. I'd rather bring him from 24 to 50. That would end things fast. I have 2 more cards. I could play the accuracy just so that we'd never see it again. Or I could play the unload and a bite. I think while he's vulnerable, I might as well do that. Alright, we got a Crippling Cloud on a good turn. So let's go ahead and play that first. We're taking quite a bit of damage this time. I think I'm gonna Thorns. In fact, I might want to Energy and play all of these. That wouldn't be bad. But I think I'll wait. I'll wait till we have some powers. Okay. So a lot of AoE here. We definitely want a Noxious. This might be a turn to play our energy. Let's bouncing. And yeah, I'm going to play our energy. So whatever we draw, we'll have to discard, or we can play this. So unless we get something really good on a draw, it wouldn't help. A Piercing Wail would be something that might be really good. But I'm kind of hoping that we can just kill these guys. So... Well, we're going to be taking 15. Oh well. It is what it is. We can get some dodge for next turn. Yeah, we should have catalysted back in turn 1. It would have been worth it. He's about to summon some ads. Our pen nib is up. Hopefully we get one of our AoE attacks. He's really close to dead. We might just want to go for a kill on him. Perfect for this. Or we could go for the kill. Well, this does 20 damage on him, so... Just going for a bit of HP recovery. Die, die, die. Grand Finale or Tools of the Trade. Grand Finale can only be played if there are no cards in your draw pile. Deals 60 damage to all enemies. But how often is there no cards in my draw pile? Like, it does happen. No. Tools of the Trade basically says discard a bad card and get a random card. But you have to deal with the bad card first. Die, die, die at least does some damage. It's not very great damage, but it's damage. We get a kite. The first time you discard a card, gain a energy, which is not bad. And would actually go really well with that power we just dismissed. But oh well. Sacred Bark, double the effectiveness of potions, is kind of bad. Pandora's Box. We already got rid of all our strikes. So that would just transform our defense. And unfortunately, I don't think we have good enough defensive cards to risk these turning into things that are not block. So I guess we're going with the kite, even though we don't discard cards very often and we're limited on how much energy we can play anyway. Not a great draw. Great. It's the awakened one. It's a good thing we don't have any block powers. Otherwise, that would be a much more difficult fight. Okay. Again, I would be happy to skip elite fights. I'm not feeling like our deck is hard capable. Where unless we get really lucky on an elite fight. I would love to get some more upgrades. We have a shop right in front of us. If we start on the middle path. So that's three extra rests in a row. If you go that way. It would put us dodging all the elites also. Okay. So 3 guys, council fight, they all have... Actually, it's not really a council fight. It's that they will come back to life if the other guys are still alive. It's a dogpile fight. We got a die, 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 which is perfect. That gets them all to half health. Four more cards to play. We don't have a lot of attacks, just the 2 bites. And neutralize. So I think it's going to be neutralize, the 2 bites, and a dodge and roll. Or we could survivor and not take much. Well, no. This is going to drop you pretty low anyway. So that deals with that. Noxious Fumes is too slow for this fight. It's not worth doing, I think. Unfortunately, we're one away from our pen nib. So this is not as good as it could be. We're taking a big hit. That's bouncing. Okay, that guy's gonna die. So we got 19 incoming damage. We have 6 block right now. We have 13 incoming damage. We can get an extra 9. So we'll take a hit. I kind of want to play an all-out attack, though. I mean, this is like the situation where you want to use it. But it would just deal some damage to you. It wouldn't do any damage to you. I think we'll just go with some defense. So you're regrowing next turn. We have a dagger spray. We have a dagger throw. You're the dangerous one. You're dealing 18 damage this turn. Let's see what we get. A bite. Now we have our pen nib up. So this will win us the fight. It's a little unfortunate that we had to actually spend our pen nib instead of storing up for next fight, but whatever. I hate to say it, but I kind of want to go for that deflect. Just because we really need some more block. We don't have enough block in our deck. Not with the footworks we don't have. More accuracy. Lizard Tail would be great, but we can't afford it. Matryoshka Doll is useless this late in the run. This at least has the word block on it, but I don't like it. Mayhem is an interesting card. At the start of your turn, play the top card of your draw pile, which could be anything, you know? And, like, we don't have a lot of cards that exhaust. We have Crippling Cloud and Piercing and Catalyst, right? Yeah. And die. It would almost be kind of a desperation play. Because right now, we're not that strong, is the issue. I could dig for random relics. Oh wait, no, whenever you break an enemy's block, apply a vulnerable. But how often do we do that? Not often. God, are we gonna go for Mayhem? It's not terrible. Like I said, it's a bit of a desperation play. You know, I bet that contributes to our Velvet Choker too. So that probably is... That makes me... that makes me much more reluctant to do it. So we have a huge burst damage. We could just knock this guy down on one hit. And that's probably is the right thing to do. Okay. Unfortunately, that played our nunchakus, which will not be to our good. That's crippling. Get you guys poisoning down. And then just start eating our enemies. I'm almost reluctant to play it, but we'll see. Should we Catalyst 6 poison? I mean, it's not nothing. Let's see if we can dagger throw something better. We didn't. Here. I'm reluctant to attack him because he's got so much thorns, is the issue. Here, now you're dead. Like, things are getting played and I'm not aware of them. It's very weird. I think I just played a defend. Another Catalyst, already upgraded. That's very nice. Madness event. Right now, card cost is not our problem. All our cards are relatively cheap. I think we're going to have to just lose some more max HP. Alright. So, Bouncing Flask. We'll get our Catalyst out. And now we just need to survive your incoming hits. We have 3 more cards to play. 1 should be Survivor. Okay. So 11 or 3, then 2, oh, 3 and then 6 and then 9, probably. So probably this will deal more damage long term. In the 3 turns you're gonna live. Another Bouncing Flask. Let's see if we can get that other... No. Get rid of the Flechettes, it's useless. Horrible card. Like, this is not worked out this run. Let's go for the extra block next turn. Okay, you're dead. And we have max health already. Oh, I am an idiot. I should have played a block card. Skewer would not be terrible. Just because we often do have extra energy to throw into things. And if we can get a pen-nibbed Skewer, that would deal a lot of damage. I'm going to take that. Let's get our other Catalyst up to triple. Now we have 3 more fires. At least one of them we're going to have to get the key fragment. Lose all gold to get a relic, and I have 54 gold. So this is pretty much giving up on there being like a wraith form or something at the shop up here that we could... I mean, I kind of want to do it just for being able to get rid of artifact charges. It's not a great relic, but oh well. Alright. We have a lot of attacks. So this would probably do a lot of damage. We do have 2 guys with thorns, and we do have quite a bit of incoming damage. So, say we're going to do that. We're going to deal, well, take 8 from you 2. Then we're going to take an additional 12. So we need 20 block. We don't have 20 block. That gets us closer. Now, we could set it up so that we get an all-out attack on a pen nib. And then maybe we can actually kill things, but I'm not feeling that. That's not gonna kill these 2. These attacks are gonna get off. So we can at least block some of that damage. Oh, I'm an idiot. I shouldn't have thrown that away. Yeah, that was a mistake. Okay, well... I probably should have still played it. We took damage anyway. One skill in hand. What a useful opportunity. We can at least neutralize you. And I guess we could kill you with our pen nib. I mean, just to keep you from dealing incoming damage, I suppose. What did you just do? You played a daze. Okay. That mayhem's doing well for us. No. So they're just going to keep on increasing their thorns amount, and that's kind of okay, because we're just going to keep increasing our poison amount with noxious fumes. As long as we don't get an auto-played attack. Like that. And we suddenly take 20 damage. Oh. I'm having regrets. I'm definitely having regrets. Here, let's get rid of these shivs that we're never going to be able to play. Infinite shivs. Or caltrops, or dagger spray. The boss is awakened one. I guess dagger spray? Might be a skip. I think I'm gonna skip. Okay, we have to take the key. Warpaint would be okay, but that's okay. Let's take the key. Now we can go and die to the heart if we manage to kill the boss. Hey, it's another shop. With good things I can't afford. Look at that. Twisted funnel. At the start of combat, apply 4 poison to all enemies. Wouldn't that be nice to have right now? Wraith Farm. Gain 3 intangible. At the end of your turn, lose 1 dex. Wouldn't that be awesome to have? A way to not die for 3 turns? I mean, Bane isn't terrible. I don't want to add to my deck. Let's get rid of our curse. No, I don't mean mayhem. I mean injury. This is such a terrible run. We didn't get a single footwork. I haven't seen a footwork this entire run. No, this is not a fun boss. Or a fun normal attack. A fun normal event. What am I saying? It's a normal monster. A enemy. It's a hostile enemy in a room. On a floor. So he's got a bunch of health. Every time you attack him, he changes what he's going to do. So right now he's going to hit me 6 times. Or 3 times for 6. If I hit him, he might hit me for 48. He might put a permanent curse in my deck. He might buff himself. He might put a whole bunch of negative things on me. Is it worth trying to hit him? And potentially make him do something worse? God, I swear, I'm really inclined just not to play that. So could we survive 18 hits? That would give us 6. That would give us an R5. And we can weaken you. You already were weakened. So 8. We're not going to flechettes. That's just going to be bad. We gained an energy we can't do anything with. And I think I'd rather Noxious than Mayhem, because I don't trust Mayhem. Okay. He's going to hit for 12 and buff himself, or shield himself. Which is fine, because we're putting poison on him. He's going to hit for that again. And I think we're going to take a hit. Because I don't trust myself to be able to... If we hit him and apply that weak, he might end up hitting for like 48. And then if we hit him again, he might end up hitting for like 36. And then we're just going to die. So we're going to get 10 block and we're going to take 8 damage. And that's all we can do. You're dead. Look how much. 249. Let's see if we can get another bite. We cannot. Just for a little bit of healing. Yeah, so we already have a fire potion. Fire potions are really good. Just because the attacks can be really good, because it could be a random attack, and some attacks are really good. But 20 how many attacks do 20 damage? Not a lot. I'm going to discard that and take the other fire potion. Like, Bane does 20 damage. But, oh well. We don't want any of those. Ready to be disappointed again? Getting in our shop we can't afford anything in? Blur would be nice. Get our poison production up. Flux potion. Or just remove a card. Probably removing a card is better than getting 5 more poison now and then. What card to remove? I'm kind of inclined to get rid of the flechettes. Like, we just never seem to have a good use for them. I mean, I keep waiting for its moment to shine. What else is there? The Mayhem. I'm almost inclined to think that we should have been upgrading our defense just because we have not gotten good block cards. Let's get rid of flechettes. Like, when I draw flechettes, I'm often wanting to have drawn something else. I like your haircut too. And we need to rest here before the boss, which barely gives us any health because our max is so bad. Alright, so the boss is curious. Whenever you play a power, they gain 1 strength permanently. So we don't want that to happen, so we don't want to play our powers. So Mayhem is almost a useless card in this context. We need to kill these guys real fast because they're about to give themselves a buff. That means they get 4 strength per turn, so they scale up to doing crazy damage. Die is pretty awesome. That's going to help, and Dagger Spray also is pretty awesome. Let's see what else we can get this turn. Another all-out attack. So we've got quite a bit of AoE this first turn. let's begin. Now, we do have to keep in mind the boss is here, and he's going to hit us for 16. We have 3 more cards to play. Now, the ideal thing, the thing I want to happen, would be all-out attack discards one of my powers, and then I can just use Bouncing Flask on the boss. I don't want it to use... Okay, we're going to use the Defend, and then we're going to hope that it gets rid of the power. If it gets rid of Bouncing Flask, I'm going to be sad. But if it gets... as long as... it's not going to get rid of both of these, and they both deal good damage. Good. And then we can just throw a bunch of poison on you. And then take a huge hit. Another Bouncing Flask. And Catalyst it up. Now, it's worth keeping in mind that the boss is going to come back to life. So we don't want to spend both catalysts on this part. That's piercing, so get rid of that attack. I would love to build back some... yeah, we're going to play these 3. So we'll get a bit of HP back. Oh, that was our pen nib. I should have skewered. I didn't even think about it. Oh well. And then we'll get some dodge next time. You know, is our skewer X plus 1? No, it's just X. I'm not going to play the Catalyst because the poison won't persist. Let's see what we draw. A Defend, which we won't need. Hopefully we won't need it. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Now he doesn't get benefit from me playing powers anymore, but he starts hitting like a truck. Are we about to die this turn? Looks like it. 31, and we have 29. And we're gonna be down to 1 health after this. Let's throw some poison on you. And now you're about to kill me. Yeah. Well. That's all we could do. Now we're dead. Too bad. Not quite the top. Dying to the Act 3 boss is not something shameful. It's a little unfortunate, but I could tell you exactly why we just did not get... well, we made some bad choices. We screwed up occasionally. I probably should not have used the Catalyst in the first half of the fight. I should have saved it so that we could have 2 of them. I think we probably spent money on cards we didn't really need. We should have saved them up and bought other stuff, but we just never saw some of our best buff cards. Like, we didn't see a footwork, so our block was never that great. We weren't offered some of the best block cards. I could have done better. Yeah. It wasn't a bad run. We almost had a good poison thing going. Too bad. Anyway, we'll try again tomorrow or something. So thank you everyone for watching. Till next time.